Yo guys, what is good? It's Jake, aka Super Unlucky Me. We are back with another episode of the Football Manager series. As you've probably seen in the last episode, we didn't do too great. We didn't do too great, did we? If I recall correctly, I think it was 2 losses, 1 win. Not ideal. Not ideal at all. So what I've done off stream is I've had a very, very brief look at the tactics, and I'm being very, very brief. And basically, I'm looking at changing formation. I've put a loan offer in for a player. I'm not sure what the player's like because I haven't even scouted him. I've just gone with it. But hey, yeah, desperate times call for desperate measures. But yeah, without further ado, we're going to get into the game. We're going to play through the next 3 games. I think we've got Bristol Rovers in the league next, and then Ipswich in the league after that, and then I'm not sure for the last game. But yeah, hopefully we can have a better run of form. Hopefully the players will perform better, and yeah, just hopefully all round we have a better run of games and we can turn this around, because otherwise this road to the promised land isn't going to be great. But yeah, if you haven't already, make sure to hit that subscribe button. Make sure to like this video. And just before we get into the game, if you haven't seen the previous episodes, make sure to go and watch them first. Otherwise, this isn't really going to make sense as to where we're at. But yeah, without further ado, let's go. Okay, so we are on game day of Bristol Rovers away. As I mentioned in the introduction, we had a little play around with the tactics. Whether it works or not, who knows? Who knows? So we are still 9th in the table. Let's go and see what we can do. So this is the formation I'm looking at. So obviously we've moved Jones up a little bit. And we're trying handling out wide, but the guy that we've got a loan offer in for is a right winger. So I'm kind of hoping that plays out. Gomez is out on the left, Unlundulu up top, and Charles Cook in behind. If need be, obviously we can play Ollie Lee in there as well. And yeah, we're going to see how this does. Hopefully it's a bit better. Obviously Hanlon's not ideally a winger, but, you know, we can only try it. So we're going to submit this team. Fitness isn't great, but what can you do? Okay, so they have gone for a 4-2-3-1, but it's very defensive. These two here, this Levitt's very, very good. This is a big gap. This is a very big gap. It looks like they've gone 2 CDMs rather than 2 central midfielders, but, you know, if it works, right? Okay, so we are at the start of the game. Bristol Rovers versus Gillingham. What can they do? O'Connor over the free kick. Plays a good ball in. Amar! Oh, what a header that was. How is that not in the back of the net? Oh, my word. Okay, throw in for Gillingham. Byrne to Cook. Inside to Hanlon. Back to Byrne. Tries to get the cross in, but it's blocked. Regan, Charles Cook now. Out to Gomez. Is he going to play it back? He puts a good ball in. Alfie Jones. Okay, so it's Bristol Rovers with a throw in. Dylan Levitt. Byrne clears. I have slowed the game down now, guys, so that I can actually see it a little bit better rather than it whizzing everywhere. Amar with the ball out wide to Hanlon. Plays it in the middle. Byrne. Out to Gomez. Gomez beats his man. He's running into the box. Looks for an option. Hanlon's there. It's a great header. 1-0 to Gillingham. Good ball across from Angel Gomez. Brandon Hanlon, the makeshift winger, in at the far post. Look at this. Gomez beats his man with a touch. Plays a great ball with his right foot over to Hanlon, who beats his man and heads to the far corner. Lovely goal. 1-0. O'Connor with a corner for Gillingham. Plays a good ball in. Tucker's up. Oh, it wasn't Tucker. It was Amar. I thought it was Tucker. That's a great goal from Max Amar. Assist by Unlundulu. I think it may have been headed down or blocked of some sorts. Let's have a look at the replay. O'Connor whips the ball in. Yeah, it was headed down. Max Amar. I thought it just headed straight into the goal. But no, it was headed down. Max Amar was there. He was onside by the looks of it. A lovely header down. O'Connor with another free kick. Whips a good ball in. It's headed away. Bristol Rovers, can they counter? Clark Harris running at the defence. Stand strong, Gillingham. Good save by Walsh. Again. Walsh with a goal kick. Plays it to Amar. To Tucker. Inside to Jones. Patient play from Gillingham. Out wide to Hanlon. Inside to Byrne. Lose the ball too easy there, Alfie Jones. Dylan Levitt for Bristol Rovers. Patient play again. It feels so slow. Barrett on the edge of the area. Gives it to Levitt. Levitt's got time. Clark gives it to Barrett. To Levitt on the edge of the area. Byrne intercepts the pass. It's a great ball over the top to Unlandulu. He's 1-on-1. Keeper saves it. Out for a corner. O'Connor with a corner for Gillingham. Back stick. Headed away. Clark Harris is going to get there. Trying to spark a counter-attack for Bristol now. Shouldn't be diving in there. Should not be diving in there. It's a strike. Over the bar. Great save by Walsh again. Bristol Rovers corner. Headed away by Alfie Jones. Hanlon should be chasing that. He's got the pace. O'Connor with a throw-in. Gives it to Charles Cook. Plays a ball in the middle to O'Keefe. Just come off the bench. Bad pass from O'Keefe. Dawdled on the ball too much. Should have released it early. Ginley with the counter-attack for Bristol shoots. It's a goal. Joe Walsh should have done better. Josh Ginley from outside the area. Gillingham concede too many of these goals. Joe Walsh should be doing miles better there. Ginley picks it up just in Gillingham's half, I think. Strikes it from inside the D. Joe Walsh couldn't get down quick enough. 2-1. All time. It's Bristol Rovers 1, Gillingham 2. We have Max Amar with a goal, Brandon Hanlon with a goal, and Josh Ginley with the goal for Bristol Rovers. I'm going to tell the guys that they played well, because in all fairness, they did. Majority of the game was in Gillingham's favour. So yeah, I'm happy with that result. We're on a better run already. Okay, so what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to look at Hanlon when I can find him. And I'm going to try and set him, if I can remember how to do it, to focus on improving his position. Attacking midfielder. Going to go attack. That's what I want him to work on. Crossing. There we go. So it's Gillingham versus Ipswich. At home. Can the formation do us well again? Fitness is a little better this game. Leave the same starting at 11. Right, okay. So, Gillingham versus Ipswich. We're going to keep the same lineup because it worked. So let's... see if it's any better. Okay, so they're playing a 4-3-2-1. Chong, is this a Man United one? Yeah, he's very good. Very, very good. I'll see you in the game, guys. Okay, so we're starting the game at Gillingham versus Ipswich at the Priestfield Stadium. So we have Ipswich to kick the game off now. Wolfenden plays it out wide to Chong. The man to watch is a great challenge from Amar. Good save from Walsh from Jackson's shot there. Gillingham under pressure from the get-go. 40 seconds. Judge with a corner. Well claimed by Walsh. Gomez for Gillingham. Gives it to Alfie Jones. Hanlon. Patient build-up from Gillingham. Looking for an option now. It's a good ball in. Unlandulu. That's a good save from the keeper. O'Connor over the corner for Gillingham. Good ball in. Headed away. Cleared up front to Judge. Can he start a counter-attack for Ipswich? Oh, it's a foul. Mark Byrne. Yellow card early for Byrne. Okay, so it's a free kick for Gillingham. O'Connor standing over it. It's a good cross. Max Amar! It's 1-0 to Gillingham. O'Connor's cross over to the far corner of the box. Max Amar with his third goal of the season from centre-back. Lovely crossover. Everyone missed it, and Amar with a scissor kick puts Gillingham 1-0 up. O'Connor with a throw, Byrne with a throw-in, sorry. Cleared up to Jackson. Ipswich trying to break to get that equaliser. Jackson, it's a great challenge from O'Connor. He lets Jackson pick the ball back up. Danasian. Good ball over. Hanlon wins the header, but can only knock it down to Chong. Chong, the man with the talent. Vincent Young on the left now. Can he find a good ball for Ipswich? He does. Jackson's in. It's a great block. Chong! There's the equaliser. Chong, the man that was singled out, has scored the equaliser for Ipswich. Vincent Young. De Silva stands him up but can't block the shot. Jackson gets the shot off but blocked. Chong in and fires it home with his left foot. Norris with a goal kick for Ipswich. Long ball forward to Chong. Vincent Young looking for an option. Gives it back to Chambers. Tries to find Chong, but Hanlon intercepts. Byrne gives it out wide to Gomez. Can Gomez create something here? Cuts inside. Strikes. Easy for Norris. O'Connor standing over the free kick. Can he put Gillingham in the lead? Oh, he doesn't. Too much bend on it. Ipswich with a throw-in. Kenlock, the substitution, I believe. Looking for an option. There isn't much happening right now. Only takes one ball like that, but Amar intercepts. Willock doesn't get hold of it. Edwards plays it back to Hughes. Jackson on the edge of the area fires it. That's a great goal from Caden Jackson. Joe Walsh can't get there. Again, Gillingham concede from the edge of the area. This really needs to stop. The lovely play from Ipswich there. Downs finds Edwards, who finds Jackson, who just pings it to the far corner. The near corner. And Joe Walsh can't get it. Ipswich with a free kick. It's a good ball in. Just heads it over. Goal kick. O'Connor standing over the corner for Gillingham. Can they get the equaliser? It's a good ball in. It's a goal for Gillingham. The substitute, Mikhail Mandron, comes off the bench, was left absolutely unmarked. And the big man scores the header to equalise. Lovely ball in from O'Connor. Mandron left completely alone. Free header. It's 2-2. So that is full time at the Members Priestfield Stadium. We have 2 goals in the first half and 2 goals in the second half. Max Amar and Chong in the first half and Mandron and Jackson in the second half. What a game that was from a neutral perspective. And the points are shared. So here we have Joe Walsh signing a new deal and a 3-year contract. Good to have him tied down. He's a big star coming through the ranks at Gillingham. Minimum fee release clause of 10 million. And we have a team of the week announced. As you can see, Max Amar is in there, which doesn't surprise me. He's been absolutely phenomenal this season so far. 3 goals from centre-back already. In fact, what is that? That's 3 goals in 9 games from centre-backs. That's a goal every 3 games. It's not bad at all. I think he might actually be our top scorer. And Chong also in there, who had a very, very good game for Ipswich against Gillingham. Okay, so we have Oxford versus Gillingham today. Gillingham away from home. It's 11th versus 10th. Let's go and have a look at the lineup. So as you can see, a number of changes this game. With Max Amar having a slight knock during the week. He drops to the bench. Alfie Jones coming in. Ogilvie in at left back. O'Connor's moved into the centre of midfield. Burns obviously switched sides. Jordan Graham in on the right-hand side. Gomez on the left as normal. Charles Cook. And we're playing Hanlon up front with a little bit of pace. Let's see what this team could do. Okay, so we've got a 4-4-1-1 from Oxford and the 4-2-3-1 from Gillingham, which has proved to be an improvement since the 4-1-2-1-2 system. Let's see what Gillingham can provide. So here we go at the start of the game. Oxford versus Gillingham. Let's go. Have Fuller with a throw-in. Jones with a long ball forward. Hanlon in behind, showing that pace that he's got. Look for a shot, but strange decision. Dickey with the free kick for Oxford. The first attack that we're seeing from Oxford here. Henry on the right. Ogilvy should have won that. Holland gives it to Ruffles on the left. Loads of room back inside. No one's picking up Holland, I think it was on the left. No, it was Ruffles. But Holland gets it. Bursts into the box. It's a good ball in. Taylor. Holland again. What is Joe Walsh's positioning? Joe Walsh's positioning there was very poor. I mean, also the centre-back here, I think it was Alfie Jones, didn't really do much. Oxford pick up the ball just on the halfway line, plays it all the way back to the goalkeeper. Simple play for Oxford. Just keeping hold of the ball. Patient build-up. Hanlon closing down. It's a long ball. Holland on the left again. Cuts inside. Shoots. Walsh tips onto the post. Luckily, no one was following up, and Tucker manages to get rid. Oxford still on the attack. It's not over from Oxford. Gillingham really under pressure. Good ball in. Woodburn. It's 2-0. Joe Walsh couldn't get to it. Ben Woodburn, I believe, on loan from Liverpool, maybe? Unless they've signed him, I'm not entirely sure. Not quick enough closing down from Gillingham there. Great header, left unmarked. Walsh tips it in to the top of the net. Eastwood with a free kick for Oxford. Plays the long ball out to Holland, who's caused Gillingham a lot of trouble down this right-hand side. Plays it in the middle, headed away by Charles Cook, only as far as Brannigan. Again, picks out Holland. Fuller picks up the loose ball. Plays Charles Cook in. Hanlon is played in by Charles Cook. Can he score? He doesn't. He gives an easy save to Eastwood. Ruffles with a free kick for Oxford. Woodburn. James Henry. Gives it wide to Hansen. A good ball in. Taylor's up. It's 3-0. 3-0. Oxford have absolutely outplayed Gillingham today. Joe Walsh had a stinker in goal. Been too easy for Oxford. Maybe the change in personnel wasn't ideal for Gillingham and hasn't worked out. 3-0. And some of the throwing gives it to Woodburn. A good ball in, headed away by Jones, only as far as Kelly. Plays it out wide to Ruffles. Holland's got tons of space. Barry Fuller's really struggled down this right-hand side today. Plays Matty Taylor in. Matty Taylor's in the box. Alfie Jones can't tackle him somehow. Headed away by Ogilvy. Gomez had tons of time. There was absolutely no need for him to header that. Oxford absolutely dominating the game today. Hansen. Headed away by Amar, coming off the bench. Ogilvy looks for an option. Plays a long ball forward. Man runs up. Gomez. Can Gomez create something? He's shown it before. He plays a good ball in. Hanlon hits the bar. That's better from Gillingham. O'Connor with a corner. Good cross. Headed away. Ruffles got loads of time. And that is it. The final whistle has gone. It's been Oxford 3, Gillingham 0 today. Very, very poor from Gillingham. Oxford absolutely dominated it, deserved the 3 points, and they walk away with it. I'm not happy with that performance at all. However, I do feel like it may have been my fault. Changing personnel hasn't worked. It is what it is. We made the decision. We played with it. We went with it. And unfortunately, it hasn't worked out on this occasion. So that is it for this episode, guys. Again, we improved, but it's gone back to how we started the season: win, draw, loss. Seems to be a little bit of a routine going on. But yeah, we have changed the tactics a little bit. It seems to have improved it from the last episode. Whether we can continue it or not is a different story. I'm just trying to think of what we can do to actually move up this table. If you look at the table, I think we're sat in 11th. We're about, 6 points off playoffs. Are we aiming for playoffs? No. Are we aiming for the top half? Yes. Are we on track? Yes. Obviously, it's very, very early to be looking at whether we're on track or not, because we're only in September. But if you keep tracking the progress throughout the season, then you can't go off track, can you? But yeah, it's been eventful. It's been eventful. It seems that Max Amar is our star goal scorer. But yeah, that is it for today's episode, guys. I really appreciate taking the time to watch the episode. I hope you are all doing well as well. But yeah, make sure to hit that subscribe button. Make sure to like and make sure that you turn that notification bell on. And I shall see you all in the next episode. I shall see you all then. Peace.